Basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Ace Hardware. From the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum in Logan, Utah, it's home to the Utah State Aggies, one of the hottest teams in the nation. A 10-game win streak. They host sizzling Colorado State, winners of 4 in a row in a Mountain West matchup. Lineups tonight for Colorado State: David Roddy, a beast down low at 6'5", 250 in a 2-game sweep. San Jose State recently had 27 total rebounds. For Utah State, good Zoom call yesterday with Justin Bean, a former walk-on, does it all for the Aggies. Moments ago, he gave his team a Michael Jordan quote, something he's done for each game of the 10-game win streak for Utah State. If it's coming from MJ, it's got to be good. This is Dave Ryan alongside the coach Bob Wenzel, watching the game of the year in the Mountain West.
Well, we have star power in this game. Jumping center number 23 in white is Neemias Queta. 7-foot player, leads his team in every statistical category, including assists.
Fun to watch for sure. Marco Anthony has his shot blocked. Here comes Colorado State for the first time.
Colorado State is speed. Terrific 2 guards out there, and Kendall Moore and Isaiah Stevens, 3 and 4. Stevens is the best player on the team, leads the conference in assists.
Moore's the drive, and the native of New Zealand comes up short. Justin Bean has the rebound.
ISO, no double.
Queta on the bounce, stolen by Stevens. Kendall Moore for 2.
That is what the Rams need to do. Create turnovers in this game and use their speed in the backcourt. They've got 2 6-footers there, and they are quick as they can be. Both terrific 3-point shooters, number 1 and 2 in the conference.
Queta the touch, Queta the 2.
Oh, this is going to be a good game. I mean, I can feel it in my bones. This is really going to be a good game. Advantage Utah State, of course, because it's a home game. They don't have a big crowd, but they do have some people. What's the number, Dave? How many?
1638 is the exact number in the Spectrum tonight here in Logan.
There you go.
That's the first time Colorado State has played in front of a crowd all year, Bob. Every game has been without a crowd. So it goes back to last March, the last time Niko Medved's team actually played in front of people. Hard to believe.
They are really good.
Foul call. Utah State, one of the most enthusiastic guys you'll ever meet. Craig Smith, great coach, 65-18 record and 2 Mountain West tournament titles. He told us last night his Aggies are defending at an elite level. They lead the Mountain West. Scoring defense, field goal defense, 3-point defense, block shots, just about every major category the Aggies or Boise State are on top.
The Mountain West is doing the back-to-back thing. You will play 2 games in the same venue with 1 day in between. And some of our statistics are because some of these teams have played against the weaker part 2 games in a row. So we do have to qualify our statistical things in this game. Roddy with the basketball. Very, very powerful.
Double-double machine. Morris thinking 3-ball too strong. Heel the rim miss. Raleigh Wooster has the rebound.
Little in the backcourt. Sam Merrill is gone, playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. So they have 2 freshmen playing in the backcourt. A lot of minutes, and Wooster is one of them.
Anthony drives, but can't hit. A second crack at it, fouled. The transfer from Virginia, a member of the 2019 National Championship team, Niko Medved, wants to beat Utah State for the first time. 0-4 head-to-head with the Aggies. He told us last night it's the first time his team is playing in front of fans. He's really interested to see how his Rams respond, coming off sweeps in the 2-game series Bob talked about against UNLV and San Jose State. Those games were played in Phoenix at a rec center because the Spartans can't play in Santa Clara County right now.
Well, Medved has done a terrific job at all the 3 places he's been a head coach. At Furman, at Drake, and now here at Colorado State, where previously he had been an assistant coach. So they love him here, and they ought to, because he's doing a terrific job.
Official timeout. Our crew here in Logan taking a look at the monitor. We'll straighten it out when we return.
Here are some keys to the game for Colorado State. Their 3-point accuracy must be intact. They shoot better than 10 per game makes, and they've got to force turnovers. If they don't, they're going to be in trouble. Queta's quality in all areas of the game. He impactful in every single play. Balanced scoring is their key. Nobody scores a bunch of points, but everybody's capable of getting 20. Guy at the line right here, as Dave said, transfer from Virginia. And of course, if he's a transfer from Virginia, he knows how to play defense. And his job will be to try to limit Isaiah Stevens, number 4, right there in green next to him. That will be Marco Anthony's primary responsibility in this game.
The lefty hits 2 free throws.
There's the matchup. 44 on 4. Keep an eye.
Stevens, high-low play, Roddy. Taps it back to Morris.
Stevens is a basketball player, my friend. Number 4 can really, really play. Anthony, much more physical, bigger, you know, 6'5". And Isaiah's only 6 feet tall, but he can motor, and he is one smart individual player as well.
First foul, the bump on Marco Anthony. Moore's the handle amongst the trees, and it's a tie-up, and Colorado State will have the ball here.
Moores and Thomas are the 2 guys who share the 5 spot for Colorado State, and they are not big-time scorers right here, and for him to go inside against Keita in traffic is going to be a dilemma. They need to get some open threes. That's their main thing.
Moore's at 14.6 rebounds. San Jose State in their last outings, and Roddy is fouled. They want to go, of course, at Neemias Queta to try to get him in foul trouble.
Well, right here, Roddy's going to take it right to his face, and that's what you have to do. You can't be fading away from a shot blocker. You want contact. And Roddy is a guy who loves contact.
Third of the Mountain Western rebound. Out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Heavily recruited to play college football as well. Wyoming wanted him badly on the football field. He's an All-State and State Player of the Year high school QB.
5 double-doubles in the 12 games they've played so far.
Brock Miller, long rebound.
Brock Miller, number 22 on your left wing, is the best shooter for the Aggies. They're going to look to move the ball quickly and then dribble, drive, and dish. So far, contained defense on the part of the Rams. Very, very smart.
Here's Bean from the elbow for 2. The active leader in the Mountain West in double-doubles has 21. His role has shifted a bit this year, with Keita being healthy after his knee issues last season. That's thrown away on the baseline.
Justin Bean on the pull-up. Keita set the screen for him. That's an easy one. He'll make those all day long.
And not a bad ukulele player, as we learned on our Zoom with him yesterday. Somewhere over the rainbow is pretty good. Miller, the movement, Booster.
They are not extending their defense.
Keita.
So far, they are not doubling Keita, which is very, very interesting.
Miller too strong. Long range shot. Moore can't click from 3, and Keita has a rebound. Aggie fans hoping he will get yet another double-double. A spectacular talent. Goes to the drive. Too strong layup. Challenged by Moores. Tipped up and in by Keita.
Repetitive jumping. He is 7 feet and 245. 2 years ago, he had 85 blocks, and he was very, very thin. Stayed in Logan, Utah the entire summer instead of going home to Portugal to work on his game.
Moores trying another 3. He rattles it in. Not known for his long-range shooting. His second 3 of the year. He had been 1 for 12 from beyond the arc.
I'll tell you what, though, if he can make threes and pull Keita away from the basket, that's going to be a big positive. Here he goes. Look at that pass. That pass is just a beauty.
Leads the team in assists for a 7-footer. It is so rare. Miller, quick catch and release in the corner, but a miss.
I like the D of the Rams so far. They're containing. They do not want guys to dribble penetrate. How about that one? Thistlewood from deep. That is his thing, and he has not been hot this year. But if he starts making threes, along with Moore and Stevens, they are going to be tough to beat in the league.
In Fort Collins, they call him Thistlegood because he can hit from long range, too. There's Riley Wooster, a nice take for 2. Freshman from Missoula, Montana, also a great high school football player, heavily recruited on that side as a quarterback and safety.
We got a lot of action so far in this game.
Another Morris three, but this is a brick way off the mark.
That's fool's gold for him. You mentioned 1 for 12. He should not be taking a bunch of those.
Offensive foul called there.
Big guy starting off very, very strongly. Post them up, Kada. You get it close in, you're going to make it. And Thistlewood, measure this one from downtown Logan in Cache Valley, 10-9.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Ace, the helpful place. By AT&T 5G, fast, reliable, secure. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The Minish Cannon, here's Coach Craig Smith. All-time blocks leader, Utah State history, up to 162 now. That was 156 in a recent game for the Aggies. Standings in the Mountain West. Only one league loss between Boise State, Utah State, Colorado State. The Rams lost the second of two against San Diego State early January. So a big game here tonight. Glad to be on the call with you on CBS Sports Network. Dave Ryan alongside the coach, Bob Wenzel, the definition coach tonight of a showdown.
This is awesome, and it's so exciting so far. We're going to see star power. Stevens on the one side, really. Kada really is the dominant player in the league, and he's shown that already in this game.
Have you ever seen a 7-footer lead his team in so many categories? I mean, Kada is spectacular.
Yeah. Points, rebounds, assists, steals, field goal percentage. What else is there?
Fun to watch. 1 point early Aggie lead here tonight from Logan. Overplay, steal. Trevin Dorius into the game, another 7-footer for Craig Smith.
Well, he plays not lots of minutes. When Kada gets fouls or if he's got some fatigue, he is out. And Tanji, number 1, is in for Colorado State. He's the man who beat San Diego State with a 4-point play late.
Anthony, the lefty runner, too strong. Dorius has the rebound. Fresh 20 back out for Brock Miller, who committed the offensive foul before the break. Stephen Ashworth into the game as well, a freshman for the Aggies. Miller in the corner for 3.
This guy has always been a three-point shooter. Frequency and accuracy. Terrific, terrific player.
30th 3 of the year to lead the Aggie team. Off the bench, 3 for Deshaun Thomas. Another big guy shooting a 3, Bob, from the top of the key, the way Moore did earlier tonight.
Yeah, but Thomas has made some out there. He's had he hasn't taken a lot, but his percentage is pretty good. Moores needs to keep that in his back pocket somewhere.
Anderson the miss. Alfonso Anderson to the game, senior from Tacoma, Washington for Utah State.
Colorado State likes to push it. So far, Utah State has gotten back quickly. The three-point shot is very important. They make more than 10 per game. Here's just a little pop by Thomas. He knocks it in and tickles the twine from deep. Thomas was the starter earlier in the year, and there you can see the three-point field goal percentage for Colorado State, first in the league.
Utah State is number 1 in the Mountain West in three-point percentage defense. So something's got to give here tonight in Logan. Thomas, too strong.
Ashworth is a guy who wants to score. Had 17 in their last game.
Miller up high. The jam attempt there from Trevin Dorius, but he's fouled and shoots 2.
Brock Miller on the drive. Nice little dish and a block shot. He had a lot of ball on that one. Dorius is a 7-footer from Heber City, which is halfway between Park City, where I go skiing, and Sundance.
I knew about your golf. I didn't know about your skiing. You're a good skier? Wow.
I wouldn't say good, but you know, I love it.
7-footer again, Bob, and it's the tallest team in the country. Utah State ahead of Stanford. That's 79.3-inch average.
Well, he's the second big man that gets minutes on the team. There's a few guys who don't get a lot of minutes. They're in the stage where they're learning and getting ready to play. Also in the game, Alfonso Anderson, number 10 for Utah State. kind of a power forward style player. Smith has used a lot of guys. Bairstow is defending the ball right now. So got a bunch of new guys in the game.
Rivera and Bird getting playing time as well for Colorado State. Thomas 10 to shoot. Stevens, ultra quick guard, leader of Mountain West in assists from the elbow, launches blocked. Loose change for Anthony. On the run is Bairstow, and a foul call.
Brock Miller is a good three-point shooter, and when he gets opportunity, he's going to knock it in. Take a look at this one from the corner. Nothing but net. You're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Ace Hardware.
Underway, game of the year in the Mountain West on CBS Sports Network. Utah State a 2-point lead on Colorado State. Really good teams, Bob, this year in the Mountain West. We talked about in the standings with Boise State undefeated, Utah State undefeated, Colorado State one loss in league play.
Well, those are the four teams that have their best chance of getting in. Jerry Palm, the expert on these sorts of things, have all four of them in the NCAAB tournament. You can see some of the big wins for San Diego State that beat UCLA and Arizona State. So those are the four that are going to vie for spots. Boise State undefeated in the league also. And I'm liking all of them. And San Diego State was picked to win it, and they still might.
Aztecs have the highest net ranking as of today at 43. But I'm with you. Some really good teams are going to go dancing this year. Traveling call on Thomas, turns it over.
So far, I am very impressed with Marco Anthony's defense on Isaiah Stevens. And of course, we mentioned he played at Virginia. So when you play at Virginia, you learn how to play defense, especially. Right here, Bird guarding Ashworth, two substitutes. Bird played at VCU, so he knows how to pressure the ball. That's their signature.
Sean Bairstow, younger brother of Cam, who had a great run for Steve Alford at New Mexico in the Mountain West and is playing pro ball overseas. One of 7 kids in the Bairstow family from Australia. Lots of international talent on the Utah State roster, including their best player. Nemias Keita from Portugal is back in, 7 feet tall. And as Bob talked about, a lot of offseason work, got stronger. Went to the NBA Combine, got tossed around a little bit in prior trips.
That was 2 years ago.
Right, exactly. And Craig Smith said, you got to get bigger and stronger or you're not going to make it in the pros. So he did, and he is. Bairstow for 3.
Nice pass. That is why this guy leads the team in assists. He is a very unselfish player. Cross-court pass, one-handed.
Thomas again for 3, you bet. From the top of the key. Morris has tried 3 from up there. Thomas has hit 2.
Well, Thomas should be taking them. Morris should not be taking them.
Look at the ball handling.
No double team.
That's trouble for Thomas. Too strong on the jump hook in the paint. A back iron miss from Keita that time.
When you cannot double him and force him to take shots going away from the basket, that is going to be very, very important.
Tie up, ball back to the Aggies.
Keita, watch this. Number 2's open. He finds him and hits him right on the money. And at the other end, Thomas wants to pull Keita away from the basket. Keita is way deep inside, trying to rim protect. They are going to have to make a little adjustment on how they guard that pick and roll.
4 points, 4 rebounds so far for Keita, and the all-important number, Bob, 1 foul. Does not foul out often for a guy who's targeted by every other team. There's a pro move, left low block, and the finish.
Well, he can take care of business when he catches the ball that close to the basket. If you are guarding him, you want to three-quarter him, try to get him to move away from the basket and make a jump hook.
Stevens short. Keita and Bean together bring down the rebound for Utah State. Ashworth, the freshman, knocked out of bounds by Bird, the transfer from VCU.
Let's take a look at Keita operate inside. They try to double him from the baseline side, but Bird is way too late. And he is way too big and too close to the basket. I like his demeanor on the floor also. Nice play here. Nice play here.
Being the finish, inbounds play to perfection.
That's good coaching. When you have inbound plays where you take advantage of opportunities to get some baskets. That's nicely done.
Only 2 Aggies this year have 20 or more points in a game. Can you believe that? It's balance. It's good defense for Craig Smith's team that's led him to this 10-game win streak.
Well, the balance is key.
Under 10 to shoot. Here's Roddy. He's been really quiet in the first half. Watched by Cato with the 1 foul. Draws the contact. There's a block, adding to his career total of rejections in Utah State history.
I think he's 165 now.
Yeah, he's going up there. Ashworth up top, short on 3. Cato, offensive glass. Roddy the foul. 2 free throws on the way for Neemias Cato.
Well, we like his offense, but we like his defense too. Helped by Bairstow. Roddy's only 6'5", and he's inside with the bigs. This is very, very tough for him. Even though he's a tough guy, 6'5" and 250 against 7'1" and 245. You're going to lose that battle most of the time.
56% free throw shooter. Thistlewood returns for Colorado State. Cato was asked about his passing, and that's such a big factor, a 7-footer, Bob, with all those assists. He said, I see the ball in the post so often, I see doubles so often, and at 7 feet, really can read the floor well. He actually said recently, I've got to cut down on my turnovers. That's something I'm trying to get better at.
Well, the thing is, that's an interesting point, because everybody marvels at all his assists, which is great, okay, but he does turn the ball over quite a bit also.
Look at the hustle for Utah State. Second and third crack at it, and a bump foul from behind. It's Roddy with contact on Cato.
Wow, he took him out like it was a tackle on a football gridiron right there. Small team right now in for Colorado State. And I think Roddy slipped on his way over to double team. I don't think he intentionally took his legs out. But a small team, no center, is in the game right now in green.
Cato gathers inbound play. 2 more for Utah State. It's too easy.
How about the left, huh? Look at him hold his left hand up. He's showing people, I can use my left as well as my right.
Utah State looking good with a nice crowd tonight in Logan. Timeout, Colorado State.
24-15 home team. Good coaching leads to extra possessions on the baseline. The cheerleaders love it, and so does the team. Fake it to the right, throw it inside. That's the way to score on an inbounds, out of bounds play. Roddy, no way he can stop Cato that close to the basket. Well executed. There are end line out of bounds plays, and then there are sideline out of bounds plays. And doing them well can give you an extra 2-4 points a game. So far, 9.7 rebounds for the star of this group. He's done a terrific job. He's got a great demeanor out on the floor, and he is speaking English, not Portuguese, to that official. You know, they had a guy named Diego Brito, who was also from Portugal, but they did not know one another before Cato came to Utah State. But the fact that he spoke Portuguese, I think, helped make him a little more comfortable.
Yeah, Craig Smith said it to us yesterday. Big part of the recruiting to get Cato from Portugal to Logan, Utah, and what a star he has become. Could be a lottery-type pick this year. It's possible. Roddy thinking 3-ball, too strong. Ashworth, defensive glass, Utah State. Wally Wooster from Miller again, the catch and shoot. It's so fast, out of his hands, and in the basket. 3 more for the Aggies.
Miller's their chief threat from the perimeter. You must find him in transition, and he moves well without the ball in the half court also. Stevens has been a non-factor in the game so far.
Foul, Ashworth beyond the arc for Bird. We could have 3 free throws coming up here.
You talk about scouting by Craig Smith and his assistant coaches. They are doing a great job on Stevens. They are on him like glue.
1 of 3 free throws hit for Bird. Tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, the We Need to Talk crew chats with Bianca Smith for the Boston Red Sox, the first African-American woman to serve as a professional baseball coach. Catch it all right here on CBS Sports Network.
This young man who played for VCU, Bird, has great quickness and strength. He's small, but he can get after people, and he can be a defensive weapon off of the bench for Nico. I like the way he's used him in the games that we've seen them against UNLV and several other teams. Right now, he is going to be the guy assigned to Brock Miller. Stay home, Bird. Don't help out.
Kata the touch with Roddy watching him. Ashworth, 3 more. Another great feed for the big guy.
I think what's happened right now, Colorado State is paying the price for double teaming on the interior. You got to pick your poison, so to speak, and so far the threes are dropping for the Aggies.
The backcourt has been quiet. Roddy has been quiet. Kicks for Thistlewood, thinking 3-ball. Too strong. And Stephen Ashworth, the track down rebound in front of his bench. Blocking foul on P.J. Bird.
The three-point shots are falling for the home team. You move the ball around, you get it inside out, and Brock Miller will make them. Ashworth can do it too. From deep, 30-18, home team. Ace Hardware, you're watching CBS Sports. Neemias Queta is showing his versatility, scoring on the interior, going to the offensive glass, repetitive jumping, passing to his teammates. He's got 2 assists already. He's got 9 points, 7 boards, blocking shots, taking the ball powerfully with both hands inside. I'll tell you what, this guy is a big-time player.
For good reason. There's the cutout, and the student section enjoying that. Mountain West Player of the Week. 12 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2.5 assists, and 2 steals per game in the sweep over San Diego State. National TV game on CBS over the weekend. Just amazing the season and career he's had. Former Mountain West Freshman of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. All-time leader, block shots, Aggie history, up to 163. Ashworth fouled before the break, shoots free throws.
Ashworth is a very, very good shooter. He's a freshman, but he's been on a Mormon mission of the Church of Latter-day Saints, and as a result, he's not your typical freshman in terms of his strength and physical abilities. A little bit older. Spread the floor, try to get it to Stevens with some picks. You can see him coming off right here.
Take for Ronnie. Guess who says no? Queta with another block, adding to his record total here in Logan. Spectacular timing on the defensive play. Ashworth feeling it inside the arc, too strong. Raleigh Wooster a hand on the rebound, but it's out of bounds off of him on the baseline back to Colorado State.
Queta comes from the weak side, goes straight up with both hands, and as a result, no foul, clean block, and that is part of his DNA. 84 is underneath the basket. They're setting screens for him. They're trying to get him an open look.
He's Stevens. Morris almost travels, jump hook in the paint, finishes.
I like how Coach Medved is doing that, because when they go after him, he is very likely to pass the ball off when he doesn't try to force shots. So, and I'm speaking of Stevens, number 4 here.
Great passing. Wooster, the really nice feed from Queta, try to hit Bean on the baseline. 16 to shoot here for Utah State. Marco Anthony, the redshirt junior transfer from UVA, is back in. Part of that pack line defense for Coach Bennett in Charlottesville. Craig Smith just loves what he's offered the team. He thinks, as he told us yesterday, this Aggie squad, a real shot to three-peat and win another Mountain West tournament title. They've won the last 2. Wooster the miss, Roddy the rebound. That's without Sam Merrills, now with the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA. It's a different team, different look. And Queta said a lot of guys picking up their roles this year. It's been a big factor. Good cut, Thistlewood for 2. Rams need more of that. Here's Miller again, the catch and shoot. Not close this time. Kendall Moore for Roddy. Can he get involved offensively? Leaning in, trying to muscle it past Cada. Not easy to do.
Roddy is down. They've got 5-on-4 here. They should get an open look. And
Like
there it
that
is.
from Miller again. Coach, 3 more.
Transition threes. Great time to shoot them, especially when you have a man advantage. On the miss, you'll have an opportunity for the offensive board. Let's watch Stevens here. He's under the goal right now. He can go either way. And there's his look. Challenged beautifully.
Not close. Moore's nice track down. Stevens floats and hits the teardrop in the paint.
I'll tell you what, they're doing a great job on him. And without him, that's why they're down by as many as they are right here. Down 11. Their star player, who averages 15 and shoots 48% from 3, is not getting good looks.
First bucket of the game. Miller looking for another 3. Book it. 4 triples first half for Brock Miller. On fire from beyond the arc.
Well, you can see from this team right now and how they play offensively and defensively why they swept the league favorite San Diego State.
Stevens, also the Mountain West leader in assists we talked about, not been involved really in either aspect of scoring or with the helpers. Good rotational defense there. It's off the leg of Bean on the baseline.
Miller 3. That's his game. Most of his shots are from beyond the arc. His teammates know it, and they get him the ball when he's open.
Junior from Sandy, Utah, had 73s as a freshman. Stevens, wow, his shots, Bob, have not been close tonight.
Well, he's been defended extremely well, and he's starting to get a little frustrated, trying to force a little bit because he knows his team needs him.
Here's Anthony, scoop to the hoop for 2.
Different kind of guard for them, right? The other guys are outside shooters, powerful. Anthony's a big, strong, physical guard. Second leading scorer on the team, actually.
11.5 points a game. Largest lead here at 16 for the Aggies on their home court, where they've won 20 of the last 22. Moore hits a much-needed 3 for Colorado State.
Moore is the second leading three-point shooter in the conference percentage-wise, behind Stevens.
Moore hit 9 threes in that sweep over San Jose State in Phoenix recently. Miller looking for another triple. This one off the mark. Stick back off there from the 7-footer Dorius. Stevens' game is in transition. Ball movement, Moore. Not this time.
Utah State is pushing it. Some fatigue right here by the Rams. They did not get back. Number 44 in your screen knows how to take it to the basket. Marco Anthony, big, strong, physical guard. 40-27.
Coming up on AT&T 5G at the half, Brent Stoberwall, Zerbiak, Steve Lapis, Ryan Hollins will get you caught up on all the scores, highlights, and the latest in college basketball today and tonight. That's all coming up on AT&T 5G at the half.
Well, here are my mid-season Final Fours, Dave. Gonzaga obviously is there, and I'm watching Baylor last night, and Jared Butler. I mean, if there's a better guard in the country, I'm not sure who it is. Villanova, fortunately, is back. They haven't played a game since December 23rd, and Jay Wright's group is very, very balanced. And Michigan, surprisingly to me, not surprising now that we've seen them play, but they are 7th in the nation in the AP, but they have the look of a Final Four team. Juwan Howard doing a fantastic job there, and Hunter Dickinson, the 7-foot freshman center, surprising everybody in college basketball this year.
Wolverines pounded Maryland in the Big Ten, Bob, tonight, 87-63 to move to 12-1. Good team. Worcester was fouled before the break, and Raleigh hits 1 of 2. And in Missoula, Montana, recruited by Boise State to play football. He's got to be good. Got to the basket. Moore can't finish though with the left.
can see the balance in this team, can't you? I mean, everybody knows what they're supposed to do in terms of shooting, when to shoot, when to drive, and Keita is the guy who is responsible for everything.
Justin Bean told us yesterday in our Zoom with him, we are connected. And I asked him what does that mean. He said exactly that. Everyone knows where they need to be positionally, ball movement, not being selfish, and defensive mindset. It's all working tonight for the Aggies, up 14.
Everything depends on Keita. When he goes inside and gets the ball, people have to double team him, and he's a willing passer. They have accurate outside shooters. They are unselfish. This is a terrific team. Look at the length. Look at this pass right here.
This is out of bounds.
Unfortunately, Anthony bobbled that play. You got to be awake when you're playing with Keita. He's liable to hit you in the head with his passes.
Love the ball handling. So does Craig Smith. He thinks they're defending so well. They started 0-2 and 1-3.
Yeah, VCU from the Atlantic 10 beat them early.
They were supposed to play Wichita State. They landed and found on social media because of COVID that in that event in North Dakota, that the game had been changed to play VCU at the last minute.
Coach Medved has to figure out a way for this young man right here in your screen to get some clean shots. So far, they have done a remarkably good job against the best player on this team, in my estimation.
Aggies, first ever 8-0 start in Mountain West play. Whistle and a foul. It's their best start since they began 2010-2011 in the WAC at 11-0.
Wooster gets the foul called.
Stating his case, he disagrees. Sends Thistlewood to the line. Rico Medved saying after their sweep over San Jose State in Phoenix that he really feels like Thistlewood's on the verge.
Thistlewood was a terrific player last year and hasn't been up to his normal standard, but came out and made a deep one in this game. And he's got to get his mojo going from the three-point line in this game, since Stevens has been held pretty well in check. Somebody's got to step up from there. Normally they make 10 threes, north of 10 threes average per game, and they're not close to that in this game.
5 for 14 from beyond the arc so far for the Rams.
Nice stubble from the baseline.
Anthony on the way up is fouled.
That was solid defense by the Rams. Instead of coming from the top, they come from the baseline side. You play them on the high side, then you get help from the weak side on the baseline. Takes away passing lanes, and they get an opportunity at the free throw line.
Anthony shoots and has one more. It's a second foul, coach, on Roddy, who's been really quiet in this game. 0 for 4 from the field, just 1 point, and does have 4 rebounds in the first half.
Yeah, so the two big names between them, Stevens and Roddy, averaged 31 points per game. And so far, neither one of them up to their standard in this game.
They've got 3 combined points. You're right. Anthony successful from the free throw line with 1:10 and counting left in our first half here from Logan.
Nobody under the basket, leaves driving lanes.
Thistlewood too hot to handle for Stevens, thrown away.
I asked all coaches in the Mountain West how they like the back-to-back games, and I think it depends on the results.
Yeah.
They feel ambivalent about it. You know, they had both of these two coaches we've talked to about that, and they both said there's positives and negatives to it. And when Justin Bean was asked that question, he said that physically it's fine. They're used to playing games, you know, with only 1 day's rest in between. But mentally, he says it's a challenge playing the same team again 2 days later. And so that's an interesting, from the player's viewpoint and the coach's viewpoint, what this Mountain West scheduling has been like for these guys this year.
Keita missed the first. Craig Smith told us yesterday in our Zoom call with him, and I think Coach Medved would agree, it cuts down on the prep time for sure and the scout, but you have less time to get ready. So, I mean, it's sort of a double-edged sword. That's how it's going to be in the Mountain West, playing 2 games, 3 days. Utah State obviously successful with that with a 10-game win streak. Rams have won 4 straight, sweeping the Rebels and Spartans entering play here tonight. Thistlewood steps back and cannot hit again.
Well, shot clock is off right here, so if you're ahead right now, obviously you want to take the last shot. You don't want to give the visitors an opportunity to get the ball and make a play. Ashworth is perfectly capable of going hard with the dribble. We'll see what they run here. Down screen for Anthony.
5 seconds. Offensive foul.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want. And you're giving your opponent an opportunity for a play right there. So that's not what Craig Smith wanted at all. We'll see if the Rams can take advantage. He sort of was going sideways there. I'm not sure about that call.
2 fouls, Brock Miller. 2 fouls as well on Marco Anthony of Utah State. And the user to lose it, timeout. We'll take a quick break from Logan as well. Nico Medved trying to drop a play to get some points at the end of the first half.
The early results in the Mountain West Conference with their new schedule, there have been 15 sweeps, 3 splits in the 18 series that have been played. Boise State beat San Jose by, whoa. So anyway, we were talking about the splits, and you know, so far it's been very, very interesting. And I think the other thing that's being done in the Mountain West is there's some time between the last game and the conference tournament in case there are COVID situations or games that have to be made up.
Final moments, Bob, of the half. Keita had a great opening 20 here in Logan. The miss from Stevens. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 assists for the 7-foot star in Portugal, the junior Neemias Keita. Halftime in Logan. Aggies trying to extend the win streak to 11 in a row. Coming up here on CBS Sports Network. AT&T 5G at the half. Aggies up big.